Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I think today we're going to do a little bit more of a Soultech, in quotes, magical effect in an environment. See if we can make something cool looking. Let's start with the environment, I think. We're going to do a mesh. We're going to do a circle. S 75. Rotation and scale. Tab. Fill. So it's a 150 meter circle in diameter. Cool. And let's go ahead and quad remesh it to 250. Remesh it. That seems like a good number. Good deal. Delete the original. And I want some flat kind of near the middle, but I think we will generate a little bit of terrain. Let's start with a Bezier curve. Tab. Delete the existing vertices. Draw some new ones. This is kind of funky this time. Great. And now, let's grab that. And because I don't super care, grab that. I'm going to turn on proportional and select random. Good morning, Patrick. Good to see you. And then GZ, and make our random way bigger. Funky. Cool. Let's try it. Interesting mountain silhouette. I don't know what it'll do, but let's look and see. Add a modifier, terrain, draw terrain. We're going to leave it with a subdivision of 1, and we will select our curve. And then we will spread our curve out more. This actually looks pretty good. We'll give it a bit of a top plateau, maybe. Yeah, sure. That's cool looking. It's neat. I like that one. That looks good. We're not going to smooth it. I'm okay with that. Let's just use it. Then you know what that means. Make another one. So we're going to put our center thing there. Okay. 7. Shift A. Curve Bezier. I just love saying that. X. Vertices. Draw. And we're going to kind of come like that. I don't know. Object mode. Back to this thing. Add a modifier. Another draw terrain. Turn off our base subdivision. Select our second curve. Grab our second curve. Bring it down. Oh yeah. That's cool. Back over here. Again, we can spread it a bit more. Cool. I'm liking that. That's a neat looking terrain. Let's smooth it. Smooth everything down a little bit. Cool. And I think we're good. Let's apply that. And then delete these again. Just get them out of our way. Take a look at what we got. It's pretty subdivided. Probably more than we need it to be. Let's remesh it to 20,000 from 34. See if it does it. Cool. Take a look. Oh, that's way more. Well, it's certainly way more even. We'll go with that. Delete it. All right. Now, let us trainer base. Give everything that sweet, sweet micro detail. Okay. too funky on the here. Let's take that to like a 10 on the vertical. And I like it. That's fun. I like this little ridge here. Supply all. Just going to use it. Fun terrain. File, save as. Where are we? Cast up. New 250327 live stream. Miracle? It's going to call it that. Kind of a weird name, but let's just have to come here. There we go. Paste. Right. World photographer exposure 8. Take a look at it. Kind of liking it. Let's try the desert one, just see what it does. Where's landscape? There we go. Auto landscape, desert. See if I like it better. I think we do. I think we'll go with that one this time. I don't think we'll do our red rock one this time. That's looking pretty fun. Okay. Let's jump into the next part now. And if this goes well, it's going to be fast, and we'll have lots of time to play. And if it doesn't, we're going to have to mess with it for forever, so who knows. Shift-A, mesh, circle. I want a circle with 7 vertices and a radius of 28. 21. 21 seems good. Okay. That's what we want. And then I'm going to move it slightly to there. Okay. Tab, fillet. And GZ up a bit. Now I want to face, poke face. Now I want 7 layers, so that should be 6. Oh, come on. It's going to be a pain in my ass. Great, we won't do that way yet. No, we should be able to. Face. This should work. Face, poke faces. Okay, 2. Why am I only getting... Oh, because it's not... Right, because it's not a try. Let's do that then. Or not a quad. Inset. And 3. Sure. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. And then 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, the 7's a little tiny, but that'll work. All right, that's what we wanted. And we're going to go plus. Which way we want to do this? I'm going to try it the other way first. I want it to go sharp. GZ 21. I want to decrease it down. Is that even enough for us? That's pretty good. Actually, before I do that, though, I want to take this and Q, add modifier, shrink wrap. Great. Close enough for what I need, I think. It's not perfect, but it's, yeah. Actually, we can make it perfect too. Tab, A, W, subdivide, 2, 3. Let's do 3. Do I want to? No, because I want to keep it. We're not going to subdivide it. We'll just do it this way. And then apply. Now 1, GZ21. Something like that. It's not even anymore, but that should be okay. We don't want it 100% even anyway. And I'm debating now whether I want it, but let's turn off. Tab, GZ. I'm a little bit not entirely sure what I'm doing here, you know? Now, tab. I want a inset each of these like that, right? Is that what I want? Could be. Let's try it. Faces. Great. A, easy, down. I'm just going to solve this thing. Cool. SE0. So each one of those goes up like that. Kind of follows our space. Cool. Okay. I'm not hating this yet. Let's take it down a little bit further. There we go. Save. So we got our base sort of 7-sided weird structure. Now we want to make it crystalline. And we're going to do that. Tab, A, W, subdivide. Oh. Well, the problem is they're not going to be square. Do I care? I think I do. So this is 512. Let's quad remesh it. See what we get. I do not know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just trying to work towards something. So, you know, it happens. Let's go with 2000. Quad remesh it. It's close. I think we want to... undo. Normal splitting. Cool, let's try it. Let's go with 3000. Remesh it. No. It could be a pain in my ass, aren't you? Let's try it using just a regular remesher and see what we get. Remesh. That gives us a bunch. Let's see if we went with smooth. Sharp. Any of these we want? They're not really working for us, are they? Voxel works the best. Fine. And 0.2. No. Great. And apply. Let's see. Now it's huge. Yeah, that's too much. I'm just not into this yet. All right, we have to figure out how we want to do it. we could just subdivide it. And it won't give me exactly what I want, but I think it'd be closer. 5. Okay. Cool. Now we want to weight paint it. Weight paint, which means we want to come over to tissue. Now, I kind of just want it to be random. Well, let's do curvature to start from. Cool. And then random. All right, let's try that, see what we get out of it. And our vertex group is called curvature value. Great. Okay. And we're going to go add a modifier, decimate, and we're going to use curvature value. And we're going to turn on the wireframe so we can see what we've got. And we're going to say our factor of this is high, and our ratio is going to be like 0.1. Is that enough? That's not bad. 0.05. That might be a little too much. Let's go with 0.08. No, 0.1. Try 0.1. Cool. Apply all. Okay. Now, what happens if we dual mesh it? Source faces are quads. What are you going to give me? Kind of funky. Kind of interesting. Okay. I'm just curious. Turn off dual mesh. Let's try with my modifier instead, see what we get. Dual mesh. I like that better, I think. Slightly different process, but I think I like it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Apply all. So let's see. Yeah, I like mine better. Great. Always like when I like mine better. Cool. Now, we want to... Can we just A, or let's just give tab A, face, poke faces. Nah, we could, but we don't want to do it. Kind of an idea though. All right. We're going to go to vertex weight paint again. And we want to go with a formula. And we want to go with vertical gradient, RZ, just RZ. Cool. And let's try what that does. See if we like it or not. Go here and add a modifier, deform, displace. I'm going to use RZ and a new, and our texture is texture 2, okay. Doesn't matter, but texture 2, and it's going to be type Voronoi. Sure, let's see what that does. And do we like that? Mid-level. Mid-level 0.5 is fine. Strength. I just want to push it out a little bit. Kind of trying to create something that looks weirdly crystalline. I like that, I think, but let's try one more thing first. Two, no. B, select those. I, select those. And create a new vertex group, assign. Okay. So now we have that one. I'm just going to duplicate it and change our group to that. So this one changes everything all the way up except the base. And I think those two together work pretty neat. We're just getting something a little funky looking. And I like it. It's kind of strange, but it's not bad. It's a little too sharp in some places. So can we do a bevel on top of this without it freaking totally out? Yeah, we can. Oh, yeah. It does add a bit more weirdness, doesn't it? Method angle, sure. Profile, great. All that could be good. This is one way to do it for sure. Clamp overlap. Does it give us any at all anymore? Yeah, it does. Okay. Apply all. Let's see. All this is just funky. Tab. I don't know. Maybe I'm not feeling it entirely yet. Well, that's kind of interesting. So this is if we use voxel density, take it up higher. It's a lot more. It gives us to something kind of like that. It's sort of neat. Yeah, that's too much. 128, not 1128, 128. Just testing. That gets sort of less good looking. This is if we just voxelize it, basically. Nah. I'm not feeling it yet. I'm hopeful, but it's not doing what I wanted it to do, which is what I was afraid of, right? Like if this works, it'd be great. And if it doesn't, you know, and it's not really doing what I want. As we know. Q sharpen. It's still, it's kind of wonky. But that's okay. It's not doing what we want. So if that's the case, what do we want to change? We want to make something that kind of feels like it's going up like this in tiers, but I don't think we want to do it this way. All right, so we learned something. Do it again. Mesh, circle, again 7. Cool. Good deal. Fill it. Now, I think part of our problem may be I don't want those cross beams, do I? I don't know. Object to edit face, poke faces. 1. So we could just do a pyramid like this. Like a full-on crystal, like single solid crystal. Fill. Less angled. And if we did that, then dice, piss off. Z. 5. 6 cuts. So that makes it even all the way around like that. Okay. I could do that. I don't know. All that's cool. A, W, subdivide it. Let's take it 2. Cool. That works for me. Now, let's try the weight painting again. And we're just going to go curvature, cool, random. Random is working for me. We just want to cut these faces down in different sizes. Object mode. Do our wireframe again. Decimate. Curvature value. That's a different looking. Maybe we try this. Okay. Then we'll try mine. Dual mesh. Kind of mostly the same size, but that might be okay too. This is going to make one solid crystal kind of thing going up. And that might be neat looking too. It might actually look better. Then okay, sure. And just add another. Let's just try just doing a displace. Texture 2. Punches it up a bit. And just kind of gives a crystal sort of mountain vibe. Do we like that? That's kind of neat looking. It's different from what I was gonna do. I'm losing kind of that latticey look to it. This is somewhat similar to what we were doing with the mycelium, but we're not going to smooth it, is kind of the vibe. So we can do something like this. Apply all. I want to do something like that. It's a little too spiky still. We still haven't found where we want to be. Select these. Oh, Take it more like that. That's a little better looking, I think. It's more interesting. Okay. What if we did that? I like it, I think. And GZ up just a bit, right? No, can't really. Let's go down a little bit. We're about as far into it as we can go. Okay. Q, add modifier, or just bevel it. Sharpen. Object. Shade flat. Bevel. Out a little bit more. We don't have the clamp. Oh, V, face orientation. Face orientation didn't turn on. Do I need to upgrade my hard ops now if that's not working? I haven't tried that in this version. But that's kind of okay. I think that's looking not bad. Now, I want to materialize it. How do we want to materialize it? Let's do that a little bit of time. Shading. I think we might need a sky so we actually see what the heck we're doing here. So let's go grab one. Not photographer. HDR maker. Import. It doesn't really matter. I just want something that's different from just a flat white now. 62 EXR. I'm literally just going to pick. I don't know. I don't know what any of these are. 1120. Somewhere in the middle. Cool. Perfect. Okay, this object. Shading. And again, back to colored. And we want it to have new. And we're just going to disconnect this for right now. We're going to keep it, but we're just going to disconnect it. Shift A, search, principled volume, or volume absorption. Principled volume, let's try this. Volume into volume. Okay. It's not bad. Density. Let's run that. To a noise. Texture. And 4D just to give us that variable and scale it up. Cool. Get rid of that. Okay. And if we put this on top, but make it transmission of weight of 1, should give us something interesting, right? Oh, the IOR doesn't, we can change it slightly to whatever we want. What if we did our transmission instead of 1? What if we did it with layer weight for now, or facing? Is that what we want? Or we leave that to 1 and we go this to IOR. Blend of 0. Or are you giving us? Come on. Should be getting something out of it. Why nothing? We have 0.5. Kill that too, just so I can just see this. Facing. There we go. That works. Let's use facing for our weight. Try it. And turn this one on here too. And maybe if we do a base color, does that make a difference? And we could also do it, I suppose, for alpha. There we go. That's starting to be neat. So we get some kind of stuff on the inside. Color, kind of. Like a weird smokiness inside there that I like. Inside of our crystal. I don't like our colors at all. I'm just testing it to see if it works. It kind of works. And that's none. That feels kind of cool. In the lower range. Maybe maybe alpha should be less than that. Shift A, search with a map range. And our alpha is going to go from, instead of from 0 to 1 to like 0.5 to 1. No. There we go, something like that. How do we feel about that? If we just do the alpha, not the weight, let the weight be 1. Is that better? That might be better. Fun with materials. Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. I need to give it a roughness thing as well. And search ambient occlusion, AO to roughness. And that gives us that. Okay, let's come back here. Search ramp. Put it, come on, put it in here. And punch this up until we get some. There we go. I kind of want to reverse it though. Just do this. Right? Cool. And I don't want our max to be black. We want to have some roughness in this thing everywhere. Cool. That could work. I also want our want to add these together, right? Add or mix color. Mix color. I don't want to mix, I want to add. facing? I couldn't remember which one it was. Sorry. Add it. So now it's whiter. So it's going to be more opaque in those whole sections, which is what I wanted. Kind of feels like a neat color. Let's give it something fun. This principle, like if we check this to blue or whatever, how's that looking for us? Our density, we could, let's just turn off shape. That's what our is looking like right now. Search ramp. And we could bring that up, but bring that up to something like that. Now we're getting kind of neat, like clouds inside of our crystal, like cloudy areas. That feels neat. I like that. Okay, cool. We are getting somewhere. I knew we would. So someone has just made this thing here. And then I kind of want to keep doing the same thing I was doing before, but I like that in the center. That's what I mean. Okay. Great. 7. Cool. Shift A, mesh, circle. I want to go bigger. So let's go 63. Yeah. 42. Somewhere in the middle. Okay. 42 it is. GZ up. Tab fill. And I think I just want those lines. So face, poke faces. Cool. Now, how do we want to do that? Do I want the outer ring? Don't even think I want the outer ring. I just want those lines there. Q, curve extract. But not yet. Don't do that yet. W, subdivide. Cool. 2, 3. I'll have to just do it separately, but that's fine. Actually, better than the way to do that. Add a modifier, or just control 4, control 3. Where did it go? Control 3. Simple. I'm going to take it to 4. Add this to this. Q. Add modifier. Shrink wrap. Great. Tab. Oh, no. Just this. Tab. Oh, you're going to be a pain in my ass, aren't you? Can I do this? Curve extract. No, can't do that. Okay, I'm going to have to apply it then. All right. Apply all. Tab. Oh, I do have them selected though. That's nice. Q, curve extract. Cool. Great. Now I can get rid of the original. Do I want them tubes or lines? We could do tubes. But maybe not. Geometry. Depth is 0. Extrusion. that. Cool. And object, convert to mesh. Okay, now Q, modifier, solidify. That. Set our offset to 0, so it goes both directions, and a thickness of 3. Cool, sure. Now, apply all. And I just want to take this, 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 and we have that on, and we're going to go to smooth and connected only, and GZ. Okay, so they do kind of go down into the ground like that in our 7. All right, I'm liking it so far. Now, we need to do that. Cool. Apply all. Add a modifier. Geometry nodes. Dual mesh. No, we need to okay. Randomize it first. Weight paint. Tissue. Curvature, fine. Doesn't matter. Just something give me random from. Great. Random. Selected. Object mode. Add a modifier. Generate. Decimate. Curvature value. See our wireframe again. And cut it down. And increase that. We can really cut into this one. Cool. And then add another modifier. Now we'll add my dual mesh. Cool. And then add another modifier. Displace with texture 2. Strength. And warps that out. Yeah. Great. And then add another modifier. Bevel. Great. Okay, then take this and link materials. Let's see what we got. Where's my material? Oh, I probably have to. I call this crystal. All this has to be applied first. Apply all. Because now I need to give it crystal. Oh yeah. That is fun. It's growing up out of that. And it looks shockingly corruption-like, doesn't it? Which is kind of the point. That's fun. That is very fun. Now, I want to try one more thing. Not this one. I'm going to move this to ground. New collection. Ground. And this crystal spike. And these crystal tendrils. Okay. this, Shift S2, Shift A, light, area light. And let's just come back in here and turn off ground. And RZ180, RZ180. Come on. RX180. Great. Not Z. Dumbass. And we're going to go with disk, size of 3, power of 1000. Great. Turn on our ground. Make sure our light is above our ground. It is 7. Back on our spike. It glows. Yeah, it does. Area, we could even go 21, 27. That's going to be its full thing, right? So at that point there, problem with that is you get that overly sharp thing going on there, which I don't like. So, okay, we don't like that. How do we deal with this? I don't think that light's going to work for us because I want it big, but Shift D, scale that in to like that. Great. And give it a white light on the inside. Let's see what that gives us. That's kind of cool. We might want to increase. Let's see how we here. Where's our IOR 1.5? Does it make it? No, we're going to go to 3 again. Just make it big. But roughness, we might want a bit more. What is it now? Oh. Let's just make this. Lighter. And maybe even lighter. As we make it lighter, it should diffuse out our... Come on, edit the sucker. There we go. What are you doing? Oh, there. That helps me do it right. It takes it to full now. So we don't want to do more of that. I think we like it at about there. Cool. We could change our density. No, it's okay. I kind of want it to feel like it's glowing on the inside. Oh, we could. Let's try. Turn off the second spike. And on our insert, we can do an emission color here. Emission of white. And emission strength of 0.01. And we could drive that also by our noise. Yeah. Math. Not add, multiply by 0.1. So this whole thing kind of glows. Yeah. An emission color could be the same kind of blue. And now it's going to glow on the inside. That's cool. And we could even do a different, it doesn't have to be the same. Here, we could take this, duplicate it, color to there, and change our 4D, even our scale. mostly darker. Try that on for size. And then here we go. That feels neat. So it's glowing. You can see it's neater when you make it brighter now. It doesn't need to be quite as dark because it's glowing on the inside in like these little spots. That's very cool. Alrighty. I'm digging the hell out of this. This red, I think, might be too red. We could even go to like a orange. Something like that. Do I like that better? Yeah, that feels better. For our crystal, I like it. The whole thing just kind of glows, feels real organic and neat, but still not the same way as the other ones did. Fun. I think that's pretty cool. It's reaching out across things. It's going up pretty high too. It's like 60 feet high. And I don't know what someone's doing this for here, because this is going to be not a random thing, but something that someone is doing. And why would we want them doing this? I'd have to put something inside it, maybe. Let's try that. Let's go back to black and white. Okay, and I can get rid of this spike there. We're not using that. We came up with a better way. Cool. And we put a vehicle in there, like this thing. It's not actually that big, is it? Delete this thing. This is much bigger. What if we did that? And like it caught this thing. That's kind of cool. Maybe. Yeah, like it just reached out and grabbed this thing. I like that. And maybe if we're gonna do that, tab L, L, get rid of the rotors. Okay. I just sold this thing. And I'm gonna get rid of the landing gear too. This thing has just been caught in this space there. So like something just came up and grabbed it. Yes. Something like that. I like it. I think I'm good with that. Save. Okay. So now, the problem is you can't do something this big with Soultech without causing some corruption. So we need to add some corruption into this as well. How do we want to do that? Take this and this, M, new collection, and we're going to call it Crystal. Okay. Now, I just want to grow this thing. You try using organic as a starting point, or I can make my own, but let's see. Surface nets. Let's try nets, see what it does. Import object. Cool. Organic generator nets, main settings, preview collisions with crystals, additional with ground. That's interesting. It's going on the inside of everywhere, though. I don't really want that. Don't think we want this one. Okay, let's try the other one. Let's try curves. And again, it's going to be main settings of collisions with crystal, additional with ground, tab AX vertices. Let's just delete and let's start drawing. We're on surface, draw, surface. I'm getting some stuff, right? Error 0.1. Yeah. Let's see. And turn off preview. To just, yes. That's pretty cool. Link density of 10. Cut it down some. Go back onto preview. Or no, preview's hard to even see anything on. Link density of, link length of 2. Does it do anything? Ooh. Link density of 5. Interesting. It's all spoogy. Cool. Just taking a look now. Seeing what we got. Kind of digging on that. This one I'm not so sure about. See if we can't get it a bit more. So it connects that. Can we run it along here? Cool. And it looks like we're losing connectivity there. If we increase our resolution to 2048, it's going to be huge, right? Let's see. Density of 8. It does get some weird, but okay. Kind of like it. Let's go with it. Object mode. Now, what else can we... Is there a radius? I should know what extremity radius was. It was 8.1. What does that change? Does that give me more? Oh, that gives me more. Good. That is what I wanted. Extremity radius of even 0.2. Yes. Okay, that gives us more of that fill. Great. And link density back down to 5. That's what I wanted. Maybe even less. 2. Okay, I see. So linked, that's those cross tendon things it's doing. 4. Cool. Let's do that maybe, and seems good. Just gonna go ahead and apply it. But knowing me, it's not gonna be all 25. Actually, just 20. And back, and select it, and add a modifier. Geometry nodes, differential growth. Okay. 0.03. Don't want it to grow up necessarily. I don't know that I do. I think just wherever is fine. Okay. Save. Let's take it to 10. I'm just being extra careful. Save again. Go. And it's going to take forever. Hopefully not too long. And we're doing fine. So the concept is that the Chosen try to avoid using Soultech and this methodology for big things like combat that the host would definitely use it for, because it generates corruption. So it's not really a light side, dark side kind of vibe like the Force. It's more that they don't use it in areas where raw power generates a lot of raw corruption and exhaust. But someone's going to do it sometime. And when they do, we get into situations like this. And this is definitely taking forever. Is you doing anything? I can't even tell. Come on. I can't even tell if it's just doing it and not updating my slider or not. Sometimes that happens. You're like, oh, it's almost done. And you're like, what? It's not that many polys that it should be this bad. But, who knows? We did save, so we'll give it another minute. There we go. See? Yeah. I think 10 is going to be fine, though. I don't know if we're going to push it much more than that. Just enough to add some of that weird knobbly bits to it that I like. And we're just going to apply. Okay. And how big is it on its own? 9 million polys. Is that all? Okay, right. We're going to have to do one unfortunate thing, and we're going to have to edit it so we can UV it, and it's going to be a pain in my ass. But let's just save. Tab. This will lag it a little bit, I think. Wasn't too bad. A. U. Unwrap. Smart or just cube? I think we're just going to do cube. Okay. Cool. Tab. Come back out again. Now, materials. We gave it, what was it? Alien organic. We liked that last time, so let's use it again. Let's see what it looks like. It should be gross. It's pretty gross. I like it. Not bad. Okay, cool. And we should probably now start doing some terrain plant stuff. Geoscatter on our ground. Biome. Open a biome. And dry. Which one we used yesterday? We used this one, right? Kind of like this one. Not that much to it. Just do it for right now. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Get that out of the way. This new collection, corruption. Okay. Now on our dry biome, don't want it under the crystal. At least grass. Rocks could actually be under the crystal, but grass, let's do that on its own. So we have to do a culling mask on an individual basis this time, not in the group. Crystal. Rock 1. Let's see. Lots of rocks. Probably too many rocks. Distribution. Half. One more. There we go. Rock 2. That's fine. Just loads of rocks. Turn them off. Grass. Let's just go to 10 to start with. See what we see. It's kind of everywhere. I don't want it near corruption, so let's just have it have a proximity, repel from corruption, at least 1 meter. Cool. That's not bad. I like that. I could throw a few more things in, I suppose. Let's just see what it looks like. This is a 10. I just want to see what our grass looks like. Obviously, it's supposed to be 12 times thicker than this for what it thinks is dry, but I just don't want it to be a grassy plain. I actually like 10. That feels pretty good. It doesn't feel bad. It's kind of cool looking, isn't it? And then we turn a rock on. And our other rock on. And that feels pretty boss to me. Kind of like it. Actually, kind of liking the sky too, weirdly. For one that I just completely picked randomly. That crystal texture is awesome. That turned out the way I wanted to, exactly. I might want this a little redder. Let's see, can I control it here? Hue, which way to go? 0.3. Brightness. Yeah, we don't want that purple. 2. See, that's too bright. Nah. Maybe 2's a little too bright. It's like 1.5. I want it a little brighter than it was. That feels okay. Maybe. I don't know. Not loving it yet. We could just try one of the other ones and see. Organic. Select it. Let's just turn off geoscatter so it doesn't freak out anymore. Slow enough as it is. Alien organic. Fat meat's also a good one. Let's try fat meat. See if I like it better. It's definitely redder and gorier looking. I think we like that one better. Guess we could try another one too. Let's try. Just see what Alien Organic 2 looks like. This is more like a yellow one, looks like. Also kind of neat, but I think I like it better the other one. I think we're going to go with just the fat. Fat meat. Okay. There we go. And save. I like that this thing is just spiked through with a crystal thing. I wonder if we could build, like, cut a hole into it too. Let's see. see what that does. Mesh, rock, generator. Control minus, see if we get anything. It's not really made to do this, particularly not on complex shapes, but as a whole. Cool. I can dig on that. Do we like it? Having a hole there? I think we do. And our materials, we have outer. Yep. Shading. I have a feeling that is a whole thing. Yeah, that's just a full-on, yeah, helicopter material. So we can't really tweak to it too much. We could just add something on top of it. Like the old add grudge improved. And that's just going to add some discolorations to it. Cool. Works for me. Great. I want to put somebody investigating because they're not really doing it right now. This is more of an investigation thing. This has been done before. So back on, and we're going to go to geoscatter, and we're going to turn off grass, and we're going to turn off the small rocks because the big rocks are the only thing that really impact our composition. Yes. And we're going to grab the person we made yesterday, which would be this one. I rigged it up last night. We like her. Select a hierarchy, copy objects, and then paste her. We don't know where we want her to stand or sit. I'm not exactly sure how big she is either. Pardon me, if she'll fit on one of these rocks, I'd love to put her on one of these rocks. And she will, I think. I'm going to have to, can't tweak the rock because it's an instance, so we have to tweak her. 3D cursor. There we go. Close enough for government work. Okay. Kind of want to point her more at the thing too. Again, close enough for government work. Take a look at her. She's doing something. She's not doing that, but she's doing something. Which way is she pointing? I need to rotate her slightly. Just a wee little bit. Undo that. We need to grab just that. That's better. There we go. Okay, and let's select hierarchy and move new collection people, just to be good. Now she's pointing right at it. Cool. Feet look good. Cool. We want to give her some magic effect of some kind. I think light controls. What do we want? Oh. This will slow us down a lot, so we need to decide if we want to do it. It could look cool, but it's always that like, we could throw a VDB in there. Let's see what we got. These are explosions. I thought I had some magic ones too. Smoke. Those are neat. Let's see. What else do we have? I have a VDB collection. Let's look if I can find where the hell I put it. VDB files. There it is. All. I know I have a magic-y one. Where is it? Volumes. Let's see. Is there a magic and other? Okay, so maybe we have something there. Yeah, those suck. That's not what we want. Could do this one. Let's see. Density 5. Let's see. What does that give us? Throw something like that around her and shrink it in to like that. Color. That's kind of neat. Trying to deal with the corruption. I think that's fun. What happens if we add another? I'm just curious. See what it does if we make it like. Is there anything to it? Not really. So it's only using the one this time. Yeah, it's just using the one. All right, well, that's fine. We could tweak it if we wanted to. I don't know if we need to. Emission color. Do we want to emit? Let's go look at this, see what it's doing. You knew I was going to, right? Right. What's our emission strength? That's there. Where is it? It's probably that number there. It's a 0, isn't it? That would make sense. If it was this number here, that's a 0. If we set it to a 1, only it's multiplying, I think, by 0, right? Shading. Yeah, by 1. Yeah, that gives us emission. It's kind of cool. Change the color. To that, or even that. Kind of fun. Okay. Do we like it? I think we do. It's kind of a neat, like, desolate sort of look with the sky like that, too. Let's just really play with that for just a sec, because we're getting near the end. Camera, there, Alexa, 65, lens, 35. Resolution, low widescreen. And what if we take it to 50? 50 feels pretty good, actually. Let's see. Let's go back to gray so we can see it. Now let's go to 35. Grab the whole thing, and we can come in. And we need to set our camera clip end to 250. Great. And it goes far enough then. A little more. Little down. A little back. We want to grab the whole cloud if we can, I think, for the establishing. We're certainly going to come in on it, though. Let's see what that gives us. Cool. The only thing I wonder about, I'm just curious. World, let's set our exposure here to -2. That's sort of fun. Do we make it more dark? -1. We get the neat glow of the crystal more that way, but we lose other stuff. So it's kind of... That feels too bright now. Let's take this to -2. And then try changing our camera exposure to 7. Brings it back up a bit, but it makes the lights more effective, I think. If it might not do anything at all. 6. Let's back up to where we were. 6.5. 7. Now we should probably... I should change this to base contrast instead of high contrast. Yeah. That's pretty neat looking. I think this cloud is small enough, hopefully it won't destroy our rendering. Our crystal's looking cool. I feel like we're in good shape. Yeah. So what did we do today? We made this thing. We had a false start on it, but we got something I like now, the sort of crystal shape, and then the crystal tendrils that are going out afterward. We did the corruption on top. Got our character in there. I think it's good. Kind of liking it. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with me today, everybody. I appreciate it. And I will be back again tomorrow. And hopefully I'll see you then. In the meantime, have a great rest of your day. And take care. All right. Later, everybody.